Why does your tracking keep breaking? Well, you're not alone. Today, the world of tracking has become very complex. It's not just about placing a pixel on the web page and then forgetting about it. Between the server side changes, strict rules against privacy and consent, and complex application flows, very like huge tech stacks, the data it's likely to get lost or to get transformed constantly. Our review uncovers exactly these kind of problems. And in this video, I'd like to share with you a recent audit I did for a B2B client in the fintech space. What we uncovered here is they were having like a real issue with their Google Ads offline conversion tracking, which they had set up through State. And the problem was that there was a discrepancy. State was sending more conversions to Google Ads with OK message, successful request calls, but Google Ads was reporting only less than half of those. And so what we did is in the review, we not only uncovered the problem, but we also covered what are the most likely causes of these kind of issues. We listed them down, what we couldn't fully confirm without testing, and we also added what were the recommended fixes for such problems. And similarly, they had another issue with their GA4 configuration where the client ID was not getting stored in PostgreSQL. These problems were major for them because they were kind of running blind with the user journey, which was very important for them in order to scale their advertising, scale their marketing, and they were just getting very frustrated with what they had. This is exactly the kind of things that we uncover in the review, and I'm not just talking about one single platform. The review basically covers almost everything. So starting, you can see in the audit, we had consent handling, Google Tag Manager, architecture. We also covered the GA4 configuration, Google Ads, of course, which I explained earlier, but then also their backend database, PostgreSQL, where they were storing the click IDs from various platforms, including UTM parameters. And we basically created a list of the improvements that were needed in all of these different platforms. The review not only will give you a list of complaints, but we group these issues based on the risk level. So you know exactly which of the problems are highly critical that might be attached to, for example, legal liability in this case, but also like low risk issues, which you don't have to immediately jump onto, but these are mostly like maintenance things. The final deliverable of the audit is sort of like an engineering blueprint, which we are calling implementation roadmap, where I give you exactly the execution steps that you have to take, and not only the steps, but also like people who would be responsible to take those steps. And so that's what's covered in the review. So we have, once again, we have the problems, the recommended fixes, the most likely causes. We look at your entire tech stack. And then finally, we give you a roadmap of the execution steps that you could take and the people who would be responsible to take those steps. So if you are tired of arguing over mismatched data and want an architecture you can actually trust to scale, let's fix it. You can request your tracking reliability review via the links attached to the video or right in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. Let's get your data sorted out. Appreciate you tuning in.